This next guy coming to the stage has been playing clubs around town, and he's back to the Laugh Factory by popular demand. Let's give it up for Bob D!
I first want to give a shout out to my new friend Jeanette Johnson, who's going to be 90 years old tomorrow. Happy birthday, Miss Jeanette. So I'm walking my dog the other day in my neighborhood, quiet little neighborhood by Stoner Park. And this silver Mercedes-Benz with this Indian guy driving, it comes flying up the wrong side of the road. I mean, just hauling ass. And then he slams on his brakes because of oncoming traffic. I assume he's trying to maneuver his way around the four-way stop. So he's sitting right here, and I'm standing right here, and his window's down, and it was awkward. I'm looking right at him, so I had to say it. That's how people die. And he looked right up at me, and he said, "F you, Lady White Cracker! F you, Lady White Cracker!" Swear to God, I could see his epiglottis in the back of his throat bouncing around. I was like, what could I do? I just laughed and walked away. And it wasn't 3 days later, I'm at the little Vaughn's in my neighborhood, little supermarket that I love, and I'm standing there trying to decide whether to buy pumpernickel or wheat. Pumpernickel or wheat. And this very short, very heavy black woman is walking up the aisle, and so I took a step back, and I said, "Pardon me." And she put her hand in my face and said, "Out of my way, reptile!" Swear to God. And I stood there, and I went, "Did she just..." Oh, no, she couldn't possibly have. I think she did. So I couldn't let it go. I followed her up, and she's walking by the checkout area, and I tap her on the shoulder, and I said, "Pardon me, did you just call me a reptile?" And she turned around, put her hand up, and she said, "That's what I said, reptile!" And she started doing that Jerry Springer neck thing back and forth. And I couldn't let it go. And I said, "Let me tell you something. This does not give you the opportunity to start telling me how hard it is to be a black woman in a white man's world. You were just rude, I was polite, and I think you should just go." And she did. And look, she ran right out the front door. And of course I looked down and there's 50 pairs of eyes in terror staring at me, little children hanging out, legs was not a word being said. And I was like, "Well, she started it." You know, as I get older, I've learned that I'm becoming more cynical, loud, and just plain mean. And you know what? I don't care. I laughed at work the other day, and this kid goes, "Ew, your face moved." And I was like, "Yeah, this is your future." And you know, I love it if I mention anything about the 80s or 90s, God forbid the 70s. And some little chip will pipe up, "I wasn't even born yet." Well, screw you. I used to say the same thing. I was senior class favorite in 1979. Student Council Member of the Year twice. I was who's who among American high school students. I was popular and a good student in college. And look at me now. I don't know the difference between save and save as. Cut and paste, scissors and Elmer's glue, right? And let me tell you kids something right now. When you hit 50, you're not going to know what the hell to do with that microchip that the government has made you install in your skull. You know, in years to come, you're going to be walking around like this, going, how do I work this brain phone? Do I text with my eyelids or my earlobes? Where do I park my flying car? That's what you have to look forward to. Oh my goodness, but the one thing I think about getting old is when you realize you're starting to get old, it's the first time somebody calls you sir or ma'am. Yeah. Now look, I'm from the South, it's just part of good manners, right? Don't fight it, it's inevitable, right? I mean, more than once, I tend bar, more than once I've walked up to somebody at the bar and said, "Ma'am, can I get you something?" And instead of politely just saying, "You know, I'd appreciate it if you call me miss or whatever," they go, "Don't call me ma'am!" And you jump back and I'm like, I'm so terribly sorry. Do you prefer bitch? And actually, I think we should be more concerned about things that are becoming common language now, like baby mama, baby daddy mama drama. And my personal annoying favorite is the word, which I just forgot because I'm getting old. No, it's basically. Basically, it starts every sentence now. It's like, basically, my baby mama started some baby mama drama, so basically it was not bad. What the hell does that mean? When you start getting older, your hair thins, your joints pop, and your teeth give you trouble no matter how much you brush and floss. And then you get into things like the colonoscopy. Not to be confused with a colonic. I learned what a colonic is. A colonic is when a rich person pays somebody in a lab coat with a clipboard to analyze your poop. I see you had peas, fresh tomatoes, and some pate. How's so gross. Anyway, back to the colonoscopy. Colonoscopy is a great idea. We should all have one. But it's everybody bitches about the prep work, the prep before the colonoscopy, which it involves a gallon of this really thick lemon-flavored gross stuff that you have to sip in intervals all evening long and stay close to the toilet. And all you can eat, it's a fact, and all you can eat for 12 hours is Jell-O. And I will never touch Jell-O again as long as I live. Ever. But I gotta tell you, it's no worse than nursing a hangover after a 2-day bender. Except you can't eat pizza. You have to stay just as close to the toilet. I love it when my liver spots match my wristwatch band. And I'm about 3 ear hairs away from being the old man that leaves out the window and yells at the kids on the lawn. Well, one thing I will never get too old to do is dance. And let me tell you something. Life is too short to stand on the side of the dance floor. All right? I have this great way to get into Hollywood clubs for free, and it works like a charm. I walk up in my khaki pants and my tucked-in button-down shirt, and all the goth kids are outside. They're like, "Who is he?" I walk right up to the window, and the attendant's like, "Can I help you?" I look right and I go, "My daughter is inside, and she is 17." And they're like, "Please, go right in." And I'm like, "Thank you." Straight for the bar, and then straight for the dance floor. Let me tell you what, I am 52 years old, and I could give a damn what anybody thinks about the way I dance, and I dance by myself all the time. And the way to do it is you just go out there and don't acknowledge anybody. You just get out there and you just start getting into the music, having fun, just keep on dancing all night long. Inevitably, some chemically induced young person comes up and goes, "Wow, I hope I dance as good as you, and I'm that old." And I just keep on dancing, and one thing I never do is leave without this to go to a club. It says, "When I drop dead, call my brother Greg and Charlotte and feed my cat." Thank you all very, very much.